The Schmutter. The original. Now, I believe we're going to a total first. Am I right? We're going to a total first. This is very exciting. What have we got here? We have 5,888,603. Nearly 6 million! Superb! And you know, ladies and gentlemen, that of course doesn't take into account any of the crazy, wacky stuff that's going on all over the country. This is the pledges, so that's probably just half what we got, but obviously we want to see some more pledges. Everybody get ringing, etc. Now, back to the show. Being as how this is the last ever Friday Night Live, I thought I would wear my first ever sparkly suit. This is the original, not anyone really gives a toss but me, but it is the original 86 version, and in keeping with this feeling of nostalgia that me and Harry and Hugh and all the gang are feeling, I thought I'd finish with the very first routine I did on what was then Saturday Live. Now, the reason I'm doing it is because this routine is less relevant today than it has ever been. I do it by way of a tribute to a great institution, Britain's railways. Oh, how we slag them off. Oh, how we'll miss them. Because unless you happen to live on the sparkling new Branson line, which will run between Conservative Central Office and a nice little pub in Essex, you may find yourself a long way from a station. So, this is my tribute to British Rail. Because, you see, now look, I'm going to come clean with you now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a general lefty. You see, I'm not a specific one. You know, like, I want everyone to have a job, but if there's only one parking place left at the supermarket, I want it. All right, general, you see. So, I believe in public transport, but if I'm on my own, in a train, especially intercity, I want both seats to myself. I don't want some bastard sitting next to me. So, there we all were at the big mainline station waiting for a train, and it still hasn't arrived, and the queue's getting restless, and the staff are trying to be pleasant in pursuance of the new consumer-friendly policy. But there's no flipping train, so it doesn't make a lot of difference, does it? And up and down the queue is the age-old British lament rippling along. He's pushing in. She's pushing in. That bloke's pushing in. He can't be saving places for all of them. He's pushing in. Everyone convinced that they're the ones who are being hard done by, that they're the ones who'll lose out. Excuse me, but there is a queue, you know. And then, as if by some sinister design, the collective paranoia takes a quantum leap. All together, we make another step towards small-minded bigotry. Well, if he's pushing in, then I'm gonna push in. Yes, if he's pushing in, I'm pushing in. And the queue begins to collapse, and grannies start to go under as we all forget the great wartime Falkland spirit that made Britain great as we start to edge about and shuffle towards. There's people wondering, do they have time enough to get themselves a coffee? A cheese and tomato baguette, great value, 65 quid, nice one. And while you're there, can you get me a triple thick shake from the Casey Jones Big Mac Whopper Dog Burger? And an industrial suction pump so I can get it up the straw. Triple thick shake? It's not a drink, it's a swamp. People wandering about with bleeding ear holes because they've been sucking too hard. Everybody sucks together, the windows of the shop cave in. So, anyway, there we were, in the queue, and we're getting very uptight. And underneath it all, there is a low murmur. Double seat, gotta get a double seat. Everyone's looking round, clocking each other's baggage. I've seen one family, they've got a couple of trolleys, I'll be past them, no problem. There's a bloke in a wheelchair, wallop, he'll be under a train. All's fair in love and war when you want a double seat, gotta get a double seat. I'm looking at my own baggage, and it's a huge pink Dayglow nylon sausage that I bought 5 years ago, and it went out of fashion that day, and all the stitching's come out, and I can't repair it because you can't sew up nylon, can you? And the zip's broken, and I've had to do it up with bungees off the back of my bike, and all my pants are spilling out onto the platform. And I hate that bag because it's wrapped around my legs like a gay pride zeppelin. But I'm going double seat, gotta get a double seat. And everyone else is going double seat, gotta get a double seat. Suddenly, the gate's open. Nobody cares anymore. Straight down that platform, double seat, gotta get a double seat. Through the barrier, the bloke's clipping the tickets. He's trying to be nice. Ticket, please, sir. Naff, oh, bastard. Down we go. Onto the platform. Double seat. There's 50 of us. We're in front. We don't care. We're young, we're fit, and we want a double seat. We pass the first class carriages. In unison, we turn and say, flipping hell, they are completely empty. Why do they put them on? Double seat, gotta get a double seat. We pass the buffet. Is it open? Is it closed? Who cares? It all tastes the same anyway. Double seat. I'm nearly there. It's very crowded, but I've seen some seats. I'm in the carriage, but they've got all those little tickets sticking out of them that say reserved. Have I got the guts to pluck one out? Can I just take one out and throw it away? No, I haven't, because although I pretend to be a bit anarchic on the telly, I'm a total farty git. But I've seen my double seat. There it is. Down that corridor. Nut the old lady. Knee the old bloke. Zeroing. Glue me bum down. I'm sorted. Spread out. You know how you do. You spread out. You occupy your space. You pretend to be asleep. Intimidate people. Piss off, I'm a yobbo, I promise. Whop the old willy on the table. Oh, that's a brilliant trick. I mean, not everyone can do it, but if you can, always works. I mean, people, they'll move a newspaper, they're not going to move your willy now, are they? Where's that willy taken? Anyway, of course, in the end, someone does sit next to me with a Sony flipping Walkman. And I know I've got to spend the next 6 hours trying to work out what the basket's listening to. It's like a swarm of bees playing comb and paper. And then a nice bloke sits opposite me and he says, oh, nice day for a trip. And I say, if you say one more word to me on this entire journey, I'll stick my plastic fork in your arm. Well, it was a long journey. I wanted to read my book, you know what I mean? Anyway, I thought I'd get up the buffet. So I got up, put my imitation dog turd on the seat so no one would sit there. I asked the bloke sitting opposite to watch me turn and I went up the buffet. You know the buffet? The buffet? The buffet. It's a lovely word, isn't it, eh? Buffet. Really conjures up images, French culinary images. Boulangerie buffet, croissant buffet, patisserie buffet. We will dine at the buffet, my love. We will drink wine in the buffet and make love on the floor of the buffet. Great word. Why don't they just call it the crap house, eh? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The crap house will be opening shortly for the sale of hot and cold crap. And could you please remember to bring some change with you because we were too stupid to get any when we were at the station. Anyway, to cut a long story short, a group has spent the rest of the journey in the buffet, you know, playing that game you always play, you know, match the food to the photograph, you know. Brilliant game. What's that? It's a sausage. It's a sausage roll. No, it's a cheese and onion sandwich. It's a can of Coke. It's a bag of crisps. We can't tell what it was. Turns out it was the bloke standing behind the buffet making sure no one stood behind him. Know what I mean? I nearly bought it. I thought there's more meat in that than a British Rail burger. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my tribute to our fast diminishing, pretty pathetic tribute, but I just want to remind us of our fast diminishing public transport services. And that was Friday Night Live. This is Comic Relief. And are we going to do a total, Mr. Floor Manager? Are we yes or are we no? No, we ain't going to. He's giving me a vote. We're going to wait until it's really, really high. So you lot, get there, give us a phone, and we'll give you a total. So, lots more good times heading your way, so stick with us, because we got Jack Ross, we got all the guys, etc., Lenny and Griff, etc. And on your... And, hang on, what are we going to say? Well, let's go mad. So what we want to do is thank you for watching our bit. My name's Ben Elton. Go bye from everyone. Good night!